A narcissist wants to control you. They want to control your life. They want to control every single aspect about things that are going on in your life. Sometimes that's a reflection of their own, because they can't control what's going on inside their heads, what's going on with their emotions and their thoughts. And as a result, they think, hey, if I can control everything else around me, I'll be okay. If I can control everything else around me, I'll be safe. If I can control everything else around me, somehow I'll be a better person. So as a result, they start lying, gaslighting, manipulating, abusing, you name it. And they do that to be able to control another person. You see, as a narcissist and in a relationship, my goal is to control that other person so that they don't leave, so they don't go find someone else, so they don't develop feelings for someone else or thoughts for someone else, and I'm the number one person in their life. If I can get that, that's my grade A supply. That's the supply that I keep coming back to, because I know they're going to love me no matter what. They're going to honor me no matter what. They're going to respect me no matter what. And I can keep doing whatever I want to do because I'm going to get that supply from another person. You guys have probably seen that out there in dealing with narcissists. You've seen the control and how crazy it gets. You've seen the control of the narcissist that doesn't give you a house key to your own house. Like not dating, not boyfriend, girlfriend, but like married. He doesn't give you a house key. He controls whether he could let you in or not. You have a narcissist that doesn't let you go out to the store. Or when he does, he times you. And he knows the route. And he says, why did it take you 6 minutes to get home when it should have taken you 3? You have the narcissist that controls you by going through your phone, by taking your keys, by waking you up, by doing all these different things, because if they can control you, they can hold on to that supply. They can be the number one in their minds because they're controlling the chaos, they're controlling everything that's going on. And you'll find narcissists will be extremely controlling. They'll do this a lot of times with family members and with friends. You see, another aspect of control is isolation. As a narcissist, if I isolate you, then I become your main source of validation. And if I can isolate you from your family, if I can isolate you from your friends, if I can isolate you from your work, if I can isolate you from anybody out there, then I become the sole influence. I become the sole person in control of your outlook, of your perspective. And as I do that, I can guide that perspective any way that I want. So over a period of time, the narcissist will work on controlling you by isolating you from your friends and family. And it's not going to be a big thing. Sometimes it'll be big, sometimes it'll be small. But a lot of times it's not going to be a big thing. It'll be small, subtle statements of, did you hear what they said about you? Or an example I had is one person, a narcissist, took a screenshot of someone's phone, showed it to someone else just to be able to put a slight bit of doubt in their mind of, hey, they called you crazy. Or, hey, they said this about you. I'm not sure that they're the best influence. I'm not sure that they're the best friend for you to have. Narcissists will drive wedges between close family members, between moms and dads and their kids, between siblings that have been tight for years. They'll also draw barriers in between your best friend. You know why they do that? They do it to control you. Because if you have a friend in your life that has the possibility or the idea that they could possibly call out the narcissist, that they could actually say, hey, this person looks pretty toxic. No, they don't know what they're talking about. They don't like me because, this happened the other day and I think they just have it out for me now. The narcissist will do anything in their power to be able to control you. And if that means they have to alienate you from every single person in your life, they'll do that at the drop of the hat. One, because they don't care about you. They just care about themselves. They care about their supply. They care about them and what they want. So as a result, they will go to extreme lengths to be able to control and to manipulate you. Remember, if they can isolate you, if they can put you at a place where they are the sole person putting all the influence in on your life, then you start looking at them as your only validation. You start looking at them as, this must be love. This must be the person that I need to be with. Like, it just must be fate, because every time I try to leave, they keep coming back. Every time they leave, they keep coming back. Like, this just must be our destiny, that we're supposed to be together because it just keeps coming out that way. No, sometimes it just keeps coming out that way because you're getting abused. And because someone else is controlling and manipulating your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, and your will. And they do that by isolating. They do that by a giant sense of control that gets to the place where you start feeling like you're indebted to this person, or you're bound to this person, or you owe this person. And they'll try to do that in multiple different ways, in multiple different scenarios. But how it manifests a lot of times is you'll just see the blatant control. Constantly having to report where you are, reporting what you're doing, saying who you're with, changing up like what's going on and isolating you. It's like, hey, like, you can go with this person, but, I'm not going to talk to you for the rest of the day. Or you can go hang out with your friends, but, I really thought you cared about me more. Like, I really thought I meant something to you. And as a result, you start to try to prove yourself. Like, no, you do mean something to me. Like, I want to make this work. I want to love. And as a result, you start playing into the narcissist's hand. You start performing to what they want. You start being controlled. Because that's what they want to do. They want to be able to control you, to be able to keep the supply, to be able to keep that person on tap, to a place where they can develop and they can do whatever they want, and you keep coming back to them for validation. If you keep coming back to the narcissist for validation, it helps fill a small, tiny void that'll never be filled in their minds, and they get what they want. They get someone who is honoring them, but really they get someone that's like worshiping them. That's the ultimate goal. That's what the narcissist is looking for. Someone who's just going to basically bow down and worship them. And if you remove all the people in their lives, if you control every aspect that they do, for a lot of narcissists, that feels like it's trying to fill that void. Sad thing is, it never will. If you guys like what you see here, follow me on different platforms. So I'm on YouTube. I'm on smaller videos on different platforms. So Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. A lot of times I go live on TikTok or Instagram or YouTube now. A lot of times I go live on like Thursday nights, 8:30 Eastern PM. So feel free to jump on sometime and be able to ask me questions, just be able to talk through different things. If you like what you see here, thank you so much for your support. Click the follow, click the like button. If you're on Spotify or podcasts, thank you guys so much for tuning in and listening. If you want to talk more, reach out to me. So I work with people with narcissistic abuse who've been in those abusive relationships, and they don't know how to get out, and they don't know how to fix the thought process, that they're still trauma bonded to the narcissist. They still want to go back to a toxic relationship. I try to work with people one-on-one to give them hope that they can break that, they can get healing. Then I also work with people that struggle with narcissism, and I just tell them to stop fucking lying. I tell them to get to the place of hey, if you're not going to stop lying, then it's not going to get anywhere. So I don't reach out to your narcissist. So if you're on there being go talk to my narcissist, I don't do that. It's a waste of my time. They got to come talk to me. Otherwise, their change isn't real, and they don't actually care about change. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Like, follow, subscribe. Thanks so much.